Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Prison Architect. We just had a new influx of prisoners, but we're gonna keep going onwards here. We got tons of money, making tons of money. We could start working on this governmental security ratings thing, but honestly, I've heard that it's not the best idea to even have armed guards. Like, I've heard that armed guards make your prisoners fearful and suppressed, and that leads to situations where, you know, they're not as motivated in things like classes, which is something that I want. I want to be a prison for reform. You know, I want to get my grades up here. We can take a look at our grading. 41% reoffending rate is probably pretty bad. Yeah, our reform is not so good so far. So one thing we might want to work on is actually making a workshop. But before we do that, I'm going to get our cafeteria and shower situation sorted. So I'm just thinking, like, if we built a cell, let's look at planning for a minute. Like so. If we built a cell block on the bottom here, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, well, we should start from the other side because we have solitary on this side. So it would be like, here would be one cell. How many spaces would we have left for a cafeteria? 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we could do it. So I'm thinking, why don't we plan for, like, a huge canteen? Like, maybe this big. I want it up against this wall here. Alright, so we can have a canteen that big. Obviously, this would be walled off. Is that big relative to our other canteens? It's not really, but maybe that's okay. And then we would have a kitchen, like, adjacent to it, which would probably be pretty small. It'd be like this size. And then we'd have showers adjacent to that, which would be like this. And then we'd have another block of cells at the bottom. I think this is okay. So we'll have a staff door here. A staff door here. A metal detector like here. And just a regular old shower stuff there. Alright, so let's get this in order, because we're going to need this for our new capacity of prisoners. I'll get rid of that planning in just a second. So we'll just put this across. You know, break the spot where we have doors. And a similar situation right here. And again, we have something to deal with when it comes to our electricity. The problem... we're not actually using that much. The problem is I can't surround it with any more capacitors. What I can do is demolish the fence. Like here and here. And then I'll put down another water pump station, and then I'll delete this one, just to give me more space to actually put down capacitors. It's a mistake I made earlier that, you know, should never have happened in the first place, but, that's okay. It's gonna take forever for our workmen to actually do this because I've got our door set up, like, so badly, but that's okay. They'll get it done eventually. It's not super urgent. Alright, so let's deck these rooms out. This is gonna be a shower. This is going to be a kitchen. It's a very small one. This is going to be a canteen. Relatively large one. Showers, I like to put a... we don't actually need a door on it, I guess, but we'll just put... A lot of people made fun of me for putting metal detectors in the showers. Because really all you can get in there is soap. But I catch some people occasionally. I think we can have showers at every space as well. Might make them a little displeased, but... You know... As benevolent a warden/architect as I can be, you are in prison. You can stand next to another prisoner while you shower. You'll get over it. And we could build, like, some blocks in the middle to build some more shower heads around. Like that, and then go, like, shower head here, 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 just to make it a little bit more capacity. Obviously expand our objects here. We also need a cooker, which we can put right here. And a fridge, which we can put right here. And a sink, which we can put right here. 20 bucks, pretty cheap. We get a discount for buying in bulk, maybe. And then we'll put a couple of garbage cans, just so they can do something. We're gonna need a staff door here and here. A metal detector. I always lose track of where that one is. Metal detector, there we go. Here. And then the cafeteria is really the big moment for us here. I'm gonna put the serving table over here because it's close to the kitchen. And then we'll just start stacking, like, benches and tables. So we can do like double benches. I like this setup a lot. Alright, and then we'll put tables across from them. Like so. This is going to have much better capacity. I don't think it matters so much if it's crowded. As long as, like, there's still room to eat, at least. Alright, well, it's not the most efficient setup. It's like one tile too thin, or like I could have put the serving table someplace else, but I think it'll be fine. Alright, so that'll be taken care of. In the meantime, maybe we can just lock this door to open. Just to make sure that our workmen can actually, like, get in and out easily, at least once they actually manage to get outside. And we gotta make sure that our piping isn't gonna be completely screwed by this, because this is something that would be a major problem. So we'll go to utilities, water pump station, and we'll move it, like, over here. And we'll make sure that we have, like, a large pipe set up from here to here. And here. That way, nothing should change. We should still be able to provide water. Then we can demolish this and just build, like, more capacitors around it. I'm not sure if this capacitor at the edge actually does anything. How many blocks do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have no idea then. We'll wait for these pipes to get installed. No prisoners escaping yet, which is good. We need to work on our yard a little bit. It looks a little shoddy. It's okay for now, though. Okay, so this is built, but the pipes are still going here. I'm worried that these prisoners are going to try to make a run for it while I have this door locked, but let's hope that's not the case. Big backup of trucks here. We have 8 new prisoners arriving pretty soon, which I'm excited about. I didn't miss another arrival, did I? No, I don't think so. Alright, we're still waiting for the pipes to come in. What is it? Lockup time? How are people getting fed? It looks pretty good, 91%. Our workmen are very busy, so I don't necessarily mind the fact that it's taken forever for these pipes to get installed. At the same time, you know, our power situation is kind of reaching a critical mass here. I can just right-click and manually open the doors. I didn't know they could walk through the fence. That certainly makes it easy. Now, this is a big moment of truth. Let's look at our utilities. I think I can safely demolish this water pump station. We're about to find out. If all the water in the prison goes out and stays out, it could go out for a minute, but it shouldn't stay out. Oh, that's an issue. Okay, yeah, that's a real problem. What's going on over here? What's your issue? We need to call the fire department. Emergencies. Fire engine. We'll call 2 of them. Please hurry. Please hurry. People are gonna try to escape. We need to lock down. Lock down. Shake down. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Put the fire out. Okay, I mean, it looks like our fire department might actually be able to handle it. Some prisoners are wounded. Is the fire out? Okay, I think we have to manually reset the capacitors here. Switch on. 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 I think we might have to switch them on and off or something, but on. 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 And then power station. 100% damaged. Please repair. Repair this thing. That's like your #1 priority. If you could repair this power station so I could actually see what's happening, I would love to see that. You know what? I think we're going to turn off prisoner intake for now. We had a death yesterday. We need to, like, rebuild foundation, I think. It's blocked. We need to rebuild walls at the very least. Never forget the fire of day 19. I don't know, did this used to be a cell? Where the heck are my workmen? Oh, we're back. Okay. Jeez. Alright, well. that didn't really go according to plan, in case you didn't notice. Let's make sure we've got everything appropriate here. This all needs to be rebuilt, of course. That might be the only, you know, smoldering pile of remains that needs to be taken care of. And as fires go, that doesn't seem that bad, I guess, you know. At least we know for the future, you know, definitely not to ever do that again. We did have a death. I'm not thrilled about that. There we go, the cell exists again. I guess we can turn off lockdown. But it is sleep time. So fire engines, you can go. I appreciate it, though. You did a good job. You may not be able to exit the building. Excuse me. Oh, he's supposed to be leaving today? Also, why is he carrying a staff key? Oh, maybe he wasn't. Wonder if I put him in, like, solitary, he'll come back? Real sorry about this one, buddy. I'm gonna be honest, I pretty much have no idea what's happening here. But we'll be okay. We still have the same capacity. We're gonna install a bunch of capacitors here. That's the whole reason we were here in the first place. Turns out, you know, open water plus a bunch of power can create kind of a dangerous situation. A little bit of a powder keg. I didn't expect that. And we should also finish off our fencing here. Again, you know, truth be told, that could have gone an awful lot worse. All things considered, I think that could have been worse. 9 in solitary confinement, 1 dead body, 1 requires medical attention. Still lots of stuff to get built here. And what time is it? Oh, it's 9. So we did miss our prisoners being able to come in. I feel bad for you, Aston Curtis, who is currently in solitary confinement, because, you know, pretty much you've done nothing wrong. You just need to leave, basically. But you happen to have your release set for the day of the terrible fire. And man, we are not making very much money now. I'm not sure what it is that caused that, like our income to go down so much, but that's a problem. Let's make sure that all of our stuff's still working more or less according to plan. We have so many trucks of like individual ingredients. You know, there's no more smoldering husk of an area here. There we go. Aston Curtis, I think, is leaving. Or there's his daughter, anyway. No, he's still in solitary confinement. They went to pick him up. He was in solitary. Maybe come back tomorrow. I'm not sure if our piping is good enough to actually carry the water to these showers. So let's go large pipes like this, and then we'll go small pipes down through the walls-ish, and like this, and then like this. Oh, yeah, we might as well connect it there. Nope. And we'll make sure our sink's wired up as well. And our cookers are now wired up, so let's get the electricity going there. We haven't had to mess around with our electricity for a little while. That has changed now. Okay, well, at least we've had 1 disaster in Prison Architect now, which is something that I think a lot of people are going to be big fans of. Now, if you could just, like, get these deliveries off the truck a little sooner, that would be nice, because we've got a really clogged up situation here. So 1 prisoner still requires medical attention, but I think we've got to wait for them to get out of solitary confinement first. What did you try to do anyway? Did you try to escape Dan Lovegrove? You got a sweet, I was going to say hat, but that's really just your hair, isn't it? Okay. In any case, we've kind of come back from it. Lots of workmen doing lots of stuff right now. And our financials have been, like, totally shot. Is that Ashton Curtis's family again? No, it's not. Okay, well, I think we can maybe put this door mode back to normal. And we have a guard stationed out here. Like, the reason he's here is to be able to open these doors consistently for people. Still, 1 requires medical attention. Is it this person? Injured. Well, there's a couple people that are injured. That's, you know, they probably require it. We got rid of our dead body, though, which is good. You know, as good as it can be, I suppose. If people are going to start eating in these areas, which could happen now that the canteen and kitchen are active, we should really hire another couple of cooks. We have 6. Let's hire another 2 here. And we have, oh, that's all we're going to need. Do we need to deploy them? Like, if we have jobs. Max jobs 2. Qualified prisoners 4. Max jobs 1. Max jobs 9. Max jobs 11 in the laundry. Yeah, let's do that. This is fine. So we got a little hung up there for a minute. But that's okay. We only have 66 prisoners now. 1 must have been released. Another one is about to be released soon. It's late at night. We recovered from that fire pretty quickly, though. Let's open ourselves up to new prisoners. 14 arriving at 8 a.m. That will be a good test for our newfound abilities. And what do we want down here at the bottom? We wanted more cells. I think we should build those because we're not in too problematic of a situation. And we want those cells to face upwards, but with no bottom wall. So that'll be like this. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can have one more solitary block there. Okay, I think we've more or less recovered from what looked to be a pretty disastrous situation. And now we can start making money again. We were making like 4 or 5 grand a day, I thought, and now it's just been completely screwed. Largely because, yes, the fire. Can't deny that. We'll just build this large pipe down like so, and then we'll stretch this across like this. Okie dokie. I'm very pleased with this prison, I have to say. 104 prisoners is... Well, once we get 104 prisoners, we'll have 80 at the end of today. Or at the start of tomorrow, which is less than I thought. But it's more prisoners than I've ever had in a prison, for sure. I know we could lock open these doors, by the way, but... You know, I don't relish the thought of doing so. The next thing we'll probably get to work on is we want to build another kind of wing. And we could have some armed guards if we want to. We might as well get government security ratings done so that we can work on future grants. So, how much would it cost us to build a foundation that stretches, like, here to here? $72.50? That's pretty cheap, actually. We'll get that done. And then we'll have, like, a square... Well, not square, probably, but a rectangular prison. Just make sure that I'm clicking on these doors to ensure that they can get the pipes installed as quickly as possible. Otherwise, it's going to take forever for the guards to actually open these individually, but it should be done sooner rather than later. I wish you could set... I mean, I guess you just want staff doors on the cells, but if you wanted to do that. But staff doors are a little weaker, which is what causes the problem. Otherwise, you would just put staff doors on the cells, and then your workmen could get in easily. But normally, if you're not using the clone tool, it's not a problem, because you just put your... 20 prisoners have serious complaints. Usually, this is hunger in the early day. Yeah, okay. That's fine. They'll eat soon. But they might be pissed, and we might have to change our regime so that we don't have... free time after shower. Instead, we have food after shower and then free time after that. Prisoners arriving 1 minute. Okay, 14 of them. Let's get ready to read some bios here. We got one in plain clothes. That always interests me. Kieran Kiwi Gar. I want to see your biography. Kieran Kiwi Gar was charged with brutally murdering a fork salesman with a rusty spoon stolen from a charity shop. He was sentenced to 35 years for the irony alone and 45 years for stealing from a charity shop. How evil. Makes sense. Just 4 years for kidnapping. Blah, blah. Boring crimes. Boring crimes. Boring crimes. Here we go. Yuhei Grape Payne. Grape's first offense was to enter a grocery store and violate, in the nude, 16 different varieties of fruit, 42 savory items, 6 frozen, 19 cereals, 4 handbags, one of which belonged to an old lady, and 9 cheeses. Only the grapes were left unscathed. Welcome to the prison, Grapes. Alright, we got another 8 here. Christopher Knights. Boring. 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 Valdir the Wolf Mikhailin. Russian-Irish ex-Spetsnaz sniper fled Russia when his last assassination mission failed. Currently serving time for a speeding ticket. Ooh, intriguing. Boring, boring, and boring. Are those our last prisoners? I think those are our last prisoners for today. So we're going to have 79 inmates and another 15 arriving tomorrow. So this will be a real test to see if we can handle it. Mostly I'm looking to make sure they all get fed except for the ones that are going to be in solitary. Yeah, once they eat, they're all so happy. So are they still in eating time now? Once eating time's over, we'll change the regime up so that they'll they'll work, or sorry, they'll eat right after the shower and then have free time just before work. There we go. There's work time. So we'll go quickly change the regime. We want shower, eats, free time, like this. I think that'll make it a little bit less revolty in the early morning, which is something that I aspire to. So this foundation, we can open it up when we're ready. I don't want to open it up right now. This will be a cell block, and also maybe we'll have a couple of armed guards, so we'll have like a security office or something like that. Just trying to see what else we might want to research here. You know, why not research tasers? And I'm trying to figure out why these cells aren't decked out yet. Because there's no large pipe here. Install it. That's gotta be, you gotta be faster than that. These guys are gonna be in cells with no working toilets. That's not gonna make them very happy. And unhappy prisoners makes for an unhappy architect. But these this cell block's almost done. We need to actually designate this room as solitary. There we go. And I'm very pleased with this prison right now. I know I've said that a couple of times before here in the past, but sincerely, I'm pretty pleased with it. There's going to be cells here. There's going to be, again, an armory probably. A foundation is now done. We still haven't had any more people pass the foundation program. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That should not have finished. I mean, we're very lucky that there's a back wall so the prisoners can't actually get out. But at the same time, I don't want them to have literally the largest cells in the world here. So let's also run some electrical wires down here, because we can. Stretch them in like so. It's better to build them into the walls, I suppose, so we'll put them down like this. Okay. Starting to get a little framey as we get more and more prisoners, but that's okay. I think we will, once this brick wall is complete, we'll probably end this episode. It's been a bit of a wild one, but we mostly got it taken care of. We've handled all our problems. We'll see if we can keep that up as our prisoner passes, you know, 100 capacity, which is going to be a new threshold for me. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.